Hey, rolling?
Yep, let's go.
Well, it's good to get back out there today. Guys moved around really well, and some of the veteran players made some plays. Obviously, Brandon threw the ball around well, and Blackman made some catches. Hubert made some catches, and defensively, Jamie Blatnick looked good moving around, and Markel Martin, Broderick Brown, Justin Gilbert, some of the key guys. I really liked our punting today. Both punters hit the ball exceptionally well. We worked special teams early this morning, and so I was excited about that, and had a nice 2-hour and 15-minute practice, and I think the guys are in the right frame of mind. So first few days are always easy, but just looking forward to getting back out there tomorrow. It's nice to be on the field and be around the players again.
Were they at all sluggish with the really early start? And what time were they expected to be here at the complex in time for practice?
They have to have finished eating breakfast by 6:30, and they train in the summer with Coach Glass, and they have the option of being at the 6 a.m. workout or 2 p.m. And so I think it's 100% they're at the 6 a.m. workout, so they're used to getting up that early.
How quickly do you start scanning around for those new numbers, the young guys, just to see how they're filling in and how their body? You love body language.
From day one. And I mentioned some of them there at the end of practice. Mustafa, I think that's a correct pronunciation. I don't know if I've gotten that. And then Josh, number 9. Stewart did a nice job on offense. I thought that Simmons did a nice job of moving around, and I felt like that Daquan Lowe, who's not a new guy but a guy that missed a year, did a nice job of moving around. So I kind of watched for that and try to get a feel for some of those guys. I thought Herschel did a nice job standing back a little far. I think he's 23 and Roland's 26, and so I thought both those guys did a decent job of moving around.
Last year you mentioned chemistry and dedication several times as far as, why you guys had the success you did. So many guys come back. Do you expect to pick up right where you left off, or is that the kind of thing where it's different every year and you'll just kind of see?
Well, the chemistry is different each year based on your leadership. Fortunately, we have enough guys coming back on both sides of the ball that there should be a lot of consistency in that area. We talked about that at our team meeting last night, and I believe our players understand that. The success that we've had here is based on the core values that we believe in our system, and the team chemistry and our work ethic and the way we carry ourselves has been a huge factor. And I just can't imagine that would change with this group of seniors that we have.
You were 8th in the poll yesterday. What was your reaction to it, and what reaction did you maybe hear from the players in the last?
Well, I didn't hear anything from the players. Obviously, my phone, you can imagine the text messages and stuff from everybody across the country, and just, being very kind and appreciative of what we've been able to do. And I didn't hear anything from the players. I did mention it to them in the meeting last night, just that they understood that this is where you're at. And when you put yourself in this position, you've got to perform, you've got to handle things the right way, and you've got to do whatever it takes to maintain. And so I'm sure they know it, but they, in their minds, if you just put yourself in their situation, in their minds, they probably expected that from all that's gone on preseason.
In the meeting last night, I know probably some of what you said is probably setting the tone for the season, but this was a different meeting. Last year, everybody should have had a chip on their shoulder, where what everybody was saying about this program, maybe 5th or 6th. This year, it's that big high, and everybody's patting you on the back. How'd you treat that differently with the guys?
Well, we tell them the truth, and that's gone on really from April till now. That the fans and the media across the country are going to think that you have a really good football team, and that you should perform at a high level. And really, we are a good football team, and we should perform at a high level. So the difference being last year, some of our approach was you kind of have something to prove to everybody, and can you blame them for not thinking you're very good? Because, what do we have to bring to the table? And now it's more that we have some some positive things to bring to the table, and you got to perform and handle it the right way.
Anybody coming into camp that you like the look of their body? Maybe they came in a little.
Really, all of our guys, and I've said this a number of years that Rob Glass may be the most important part of our program, bar none. And if you look at our players, you'll see why. Guys that have been in this program at least 2 years or longer, they look completely different than they did when they showed up here. So we're excited about that, and there's a number of guys out there that really look good. And the changes that some of the incoming freshmen can make just in a 4 to 5 week period is kind of mind-boggling. They come in kind of soft and pudgy, and just in 4 or 5 weeks they start to change their body.
But even if you're used to seeing that, when you see it like Christian Littlehead's transformation, that's pretty amazing in a year's time.
No, it is, and I don't keep. I try not to talk about it all the time because I know people think, well, he just brings it up because he wants to enhance our ability to recruit, pushing Rob Glass, but it's true. We ought to put some of the coaches on the same plan. But it's really amazing what he can do with their bodies. But they have to be willing to buy in. You know what I'm saying, Bill? The system only works if they buy in, and most of these guys buy in, so we're fortunate.
But I mean, when Littlehead shows up here last year at 360 or whatever, and you take a look at him, did you think, I'm not so sure, he may be a guy that we can?
I didn't look at him very long.
Yeah.
It scared me. I thought he was going to be a health risk. And I'll say this for Littlehead, he bought in. Because, as we all know, it's not easy to lose weight. And he lost a considerable amount of weight early on. And when I would see him at training table, he was really being selective in what he was eating, and he was buying into what Coach Glass had asked him to do. We've had guys in the past that did that, and then if you go to their apartment or their dorm where they live, their refrigerator's stuffed full of Twinkies and stuff. So it really defeats the purpose. But he had stayed very consistent with his diet plan and had worked hard and looks much better now.